everyone, it's Sherry here. This is my very first YouTube video, so bear with me. Today I'm gonna show you how to make some of these flowers that many of you may have seen on my blog, my recent cards and stuff. They're handmade flowers that I learned originally from Creations by Christina, which I'll show you the link below. They're so pretty. They're not hard to make at all. They take a little bit of time, but if you're like me and you like doing this stuff, that won't be a problem for you. So what we're going to use is some just regular cardstock paper flowers and some Glimmer mist for this one. You can also do it with re-inkers and that sort of thing, but today I'm going to use some Glimmer mist. So I'll put these aside for now. What you want to start with is using your Cricut or your Silhouette machine, or even just your regular everyday punches. You want to make yourself a whole bunch of different sized paper flowers. Now I use my Cricut because I have it and I can cut a whole bunch out at one time that way. Same thing if you have a Silhouette machine, that might be best, but you can use your Cuttlebug and your Tim Holtz flower dies or any other kind of dies or just punch them out. So we're going to start with some white paper cardstock, and then we're going to take our Glimmer mist, and this is just a Tim Holtz splatter mat that I'm using here. Shake your Glimmer mist all up, and then you're really going to saturate the flowers with your Glimmer mist on both sides. So just flip them over and then spray them again on the other side. Okay, so then you're just going to rub them around and get them, like I said, really saturate them with the Glimmer mist. And then you're going to sprinkle them all up into these little balls. I rub them around on here too and soak up as much Glimmer mist on them as you can. That makes the color more vibrant. If you don't, you get these little splotchy white spots on them, which is okay too. Sometimes that looks nice. Just depends on how vibrant you want your flowers to be. Now, sometimes I wear gloves, sometimes I don't. Depends on what I'm using. If you're using re-inkers, especially black re-inker, I really suggest wearing gloves. I dyed my fingers black for about a week at one point from using a black re-inker, which wasn't so much fun. But Glimmer mist washes off pretty good, so my hands might be blue for the rest of the day, but I'm okay with that. There we go. Sprinkle up this last one here. Roll it into a ball. So I really like my flowers crinkly, so I really roll them up into these, like as you can see, they're little tight little balls. And then you're just gonna open them right up again. I'm just gonna wipe some of this excess stuff off of here first. Maybe off my fingers just a little bit too. My keyboard's going to be blue too after this. So then we're going to just unravel the paper balls. You want to do this really carefully because of course this paper is wet, so it makes it quite fragile. And if it rips, it's okay, because when they dry they get quite hard. Just try not to rip the petals right off and stuff, but unravel them. When you're using the flowers, I know on the Cricut I've got a couple different flower patterns on the Cricut cartridges and that kind of thing. Ones that are really, really thin petals, they get really hard. They rip off really quickly, so I wouldn't go too much skinnier than the ones that I have here. So you're going to just do that for all of your paper balls, unravel them there, and then just put them aside. Now you can do a couple of different things. You can unravel them like this and then put them aside, and then, you know, I do it at night. Sometimes I saturate them all and then unfold them all and lay them out, and then I just go to bed, and the next morning they'll be all nice and dry. Or if you're in a hurry, you can use your heat gun, which I'll do here quickly and show you, and dry them off. The only problem with that is I get a little, you know, impatient, and they will catch on fire if you pull them too close, or they get a nice little distressed brown look to the edges because I've almost caught them on fire, which, you know, if you want to have some brown edges to them, go for it. But just be careful you don't set yourself on fire. Or have some water really close by. So yeah, so just quickly, you can just use your heat gun and some tweezers because they get pretty hot, and dry them up that way, or like I said, just let them sit aside. I've done a whole bunch already, so I don't have to make this video 6 hours long for you. So we'll just use those. So these over here are already dried up. So originally when I watched, oh, got some monster kitten fur in there. Originally when I watched Christina's first video, she's used a glue gun, which you can use if you like your glue gun. Go ahead. Mine's a really cheap one, and it just pools glue all over the place, and I hate all those long stringy things, and I always burn myself. So I use glossy accents. I find just a regular like zip dry glue, it doesn't hold the flowers together at all, but this stuff does. So I use this so I don't have to fight with the glue gun. So usually each flower, I use 3. The largest flower, and then a medium one, and then a small one. And we just glue them all together. And when I'm doing it, I kind of push them in the center, and then so that it kind of curls out towards the front there. Put a little dab of the glossy accents in the middle, and then put my middle-sized flower in the center. And then same thing, I kind of just push it around there. And then another dab of glue. And then that flower, smallest one in the center there. You can even layer it even more if you want. You get lots of petals and stuff in there. That looks really cool. So, and then I use these little glass beads. And my phone is ringing. Whoops. I'm going to have to put you on pause for a second here, guys.